guys, it's Sunday morning, up and at 'em, time to get out of the house and get some stuff done. We are headed out for just a few errands today. I am going to take a 1 cup of coffee with me. I'm using 3 tablespoons of fat-free half and half for 1 smart point, and then I'm also taking 3 of these little pears in the car with me for my emergency snack. I have no idea what we're doing for lunch or dinner, so that's it so far. I'll keep you posted. Hey guys, so we ended up at Olive Garden for lunch. Eddie's Choice. Olive Garden, I generally have just the soup and salad because there are so many crazy pasta choices. There are some decent chicken choices as well. I know that people on Weight Watchers Smart Points have gone to Olive Garden successfully. However, I just choose the soup and salad. So I had 2 bowls of the minestrone soup. 1 bowl is 3 smart points. If you have 2 bowls, it rounds up to 7 smart points. I had 1 breadstick, which was pretty darn good, but 1 was definitely enough. 1 breadstick is 4 smart points. And then I had the salad, which I counted as 0. I had no croutons in my salad. I had 3 olives. And then I just used lemon juice. I asked for fresh lemon slices. I used lemon juice and balsamic vinegar, just a drizzle for my dressing. So my lunch altogether was 7 plus 4, that is 11 smart points. I also asked for a 9-ounce pour of the house red wine. I inserted a picture earlier. The 9-ounce looked huge, but I drank the first glass and then I poured the little container into my glass and it was about the same. So I think it really was 9 ounces. It was very good. So that was lunch so far. No, that was all of my lunch, sorry. We are at Costco. We have to go into the madness, which is Costco, and then we are going home. So
Julie's gonna get a blueberry drink here because she's not done with lunch yet.
I'm done with lunch. I feel very satisfied. I had 2 bowls of the soup. I had 1 breadstick, and I had probably 2.5 bowls of salad. Salad is nothing. Salad is like 0 empty calories, not filling at all. But I feel fine. The wine was great. The soup was great. The company was great. He's a little grumpy right now because we're in Costco parking lot, but that'll change. Hi guys, just a quick Sunday afternoon grocery haul for you. Just a few of my favorite things here and some not so favorites. So we'll start over here with the Costco products. I got Gas X and Beano. Yes, my old friend indigestion is back and I am trying to fight it as best I can. I've actually found that the Gas X, if I take one of the Gas X with every single thing I eat, it's kind of sort of helping. So that's kind of a nuisance, but this may be a partial solution. You can only actually take, it recommends that you take only 4 a day though, so that's a problem because I do eat more often than 4 times a day. So I'm also going to take this Beano. The last Beano I had was a much expired Beano, so I don't think it was really helping at all, and I kind of just threw it away. This is some new Beano. I'm going to actually take the Gas X with most of my major meals, and then when I have fruits and vegetables, like raw fruits and vegetables, I'll try the Beano. So I think if I take both of these together, it should kind of knock out any indigestion problems that I'm still having. I am taking a probiotic right now, and I don't feel like it's doing any kind of like immediate good. I think over the long term it can't hurt, but I don't feel any of the symptoms alleviating because of the probiotic. So I'm going to continue taking the probiotic and then throw in both of these products as well. So those are my not so fun buys today. I also bought some relish. I use this relish on all of my turkey wraps. 1 teaspoon of any kind of relish is only 0 smart points. So yes, even the sweet relish, 1 teaspoon, 0 smart points. I bought 2 packs of this Land of Frost Canadian bacon because I love this Canadian bacon with any kind of egg dishes that I'm cooking. So if I do an omelet or especially my egg wraps, 2 slices of this Canadian bacon is 0 smart points. So I really like the flavor that it gives to the eggs. It kind of makes it a little more breakfasty and it just tastes good. So 2 slices of this is 0 smart points. I can only get it at one grocery store even remotely close to me, so I kind of stocked up a little and I bought 2. I'm gonna put 1 in the freezer. I also got some of my favorite fruit. My most favorite emergency fruit is a Granny Smith apple. So these are actually the perfect size. Sometimes I get some really big ones and I'm like, I don't really want to bite into this because it's too much for me at the moment. But these are like the perfect size, and I call these my emergency fruit because Granny Smith apples are like so durable. Number one, they don't bruise easily, so you can throw them in your purse, throw them in your desk drawer, take them with you back and forth in the car. They hold up really well. They don't bruise, and then they also last for like, I don't know, like 2 weeks, at least 2 weeks. If you put them in the refrigerator, maybe even longer. So the Granny Smith apples last for a really long time. This is what I try to pack with me all the time when I'm going to do errands or if I'm going to work. It's my just in case fruit. So I got 5 beautiful and just the right size Granny Smith apples. I also got 3 oranges because they just look delicious. Oranges are one of my favorite fruits as well. Grapes, I love. These grapes are not as big as my favorites, but look how perfect they are. Like they look so perfect. Grapes are one of the things I feel like I could snack on like all day. Like just pop in my mouth all day. They're beautiful, they're delicious, and 0 points. I also got some strawberries. It looks like strawberries may be coming back into season because these, are beautiful. Look how big these are. Those are some big, beautiful California strawberries. This container here, what is it like? It's 16 ounces, so a pound of strawberries was $1.50. I couldn't resist. I'm going to actually slice up these strawberries and put these in my 0 point Jello for the week. So I'm gonna have 0 point Jello with 0 point strawberries inside. So yummy, yummy on the fresh fruits here. And then the last thing I got was this. This is just a generic chicken broth. Winco is like one of the cheapest grocery stores in our area. It's actually quite a ways away from us, but the prices are just so good. They have so many bulk products, and as you can see, the fresh fruits and vegetables are just beautiful and delicious. So it's sometimes worth the drive. This chicken broth was only $1.50. It's the reduced sodium chicken broth. For $1.50, 1 cup is 0 smart points and 4 cups is 1 smart point. So I'm going to use this for a recipe. I'm going to make some pumpkin soup for my lunches this week. So that's all on the fun grocery haul for today. I'm going to make a little bit of pumpkin soup for my lunches this week. Hopefully this should be a 0 smart point pumpkin soup. I've sprayed a bit of cooking spray in my pan already in my stock pot, and I'm going to add this finely diced onion. I diced it very finely because I'm going to try and do this one-handed and it's not working, so what I've got so far is just some very finely diced onions in my soup pan, which I've coated with cooking oil, spray cooking oil. So I've got some finely diced onion, and I'm now going to add this chopped garlic. I'm going to add a teaspoon of the chopped garlic to the onions and let all of that simmer and saute and brown. There's my teaspoon of garlic. So stir this together and just let it brown up. Okay, there's my sauteed onion and garlic. Now I'm going to add about 1.5 cans of this 100% pure pumpkin. This is 0 smart points as well. So far we've got 0 smart points of garlic, onion, and pumpkin puree. I've got about 1.5 cans of this. I actually had it frozen, so it looks a little chunky, but I'm going to add it. It's frozen from a previous recipe. I'm going to add that to my soup and just let that cook down as well. Okay, now I'm going to add my spices here. What I have in my spices is 2 teaspoons of sage. I love sage, so I always add extra sage. I've got 2 teaspoons of sage, 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, and 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne, just for a tiny bit of heat. So that is sage, cinnamon, and cayenne. I'm going to add that into my soup. And then the last thing we're going to add is chicken broth. This chicken broth is 0 smart points for 1 cup, and 4 cups is 1 smart point. So I'm adding all 4 cups to the soup. So this entire soup pot of soup is 1 smart point. We're going to divide that by several servings. I don't know how many servings yet, but 1 cup servings, we're going to get probably at least 6. So this is going to be a 0 smart point soup. So I'm just going to stir this up now and let it simmer. Let everything blend up and let the flavors simmer together. Okay, the soup has been boiling for a while now. I'm going to turn it off and let it cool down just a bit before I do my last step, which is I'm going to blend all of the ingredients together. I don't really need to do that because most of the ingredients are liquid anyway, but because I had the sauteed onions in there, I want to get those blended nice and smooth as well. The sauteed onions and the sauteed garlic. So I'm going to let this cool and then blend it up. Okay, I've blended up the soup with this awesome little immersion blender. It is time to dish it up and see how many servings we get. Okay, so the finished soup actually made 6 servings, 6 1-cup portions. So these are definitely 0 points, and I have 2 ready to go for my lunch this week, and the rest I will probably freeze. You could actually add some sour cream or some almond milk or some half and half. You could add any kind of a cream base to this as well if you want your soup a little creamier or milkier, but of course that is going to add smart points. So this is my version of 0 smart points pumpkin soup. Alrighty guys, here is this week's meal prep video for my breakfast, lunch, and snacks for the work week. I'm actually doing this for 4 days this week because I have Friday off. So all of this food is for 4 days worth of breakfast, lunch, and snack. So first of all, over here I have my awesome egg wraps. I love these so much because they are so filling and so delicious, and only 1 smart point each. So what I have on the bottom is, of course, what you're going to see many times in my food prep today, this Olay Extreme Wellness Wheat Wrap. So I start with the Olay wrap on the bottom for 1 smart point. Then I have one Kraft Singles for 0 smart points. And then I have 3 slices of this Deli Fresh smoked turkey breast for 0 smart points. 2 slices of the Land of Frost Canadian bacon for 0 smart points. I have also on there 1/3 cup of the all whites egg whites, liquid egg whites for 0 smart points. And then I have some sun-dried tomato halves for 0 smart points as well. So I will wrap these up, heat them in the microwave at work for about 30 seconds. And then instead of salsa, I'm going to use this to dip them in. This is the Mexican style tomato sauce. It is actually pretty spicy, so it's really good. I would prefer to have salsa, but I don't actually have any salsa on hand and I forgot to buy it. So we're gonna make do and dip the egg wraps, 1 smart point egg wrap, in our 0 smart point Mexican tomato sauce. So that is what I'm having for breakfast on 2 days this week. I'm also going to have this, which is Eddie's rice pudding mix. It is 3 smart points of rice pudding, and then I will add about 1/3 cup of almond milk. This almond milk to the jar when I heat it up at work, heat it up and eat it. So that is 3 smart points. I will have that for 1 breakfast this week. Then I'm also going to have oatmeal for another breakfast. This is the apple pie oatmeal. So what I have in the jar is a 1/4 cup of oats for 2 smart points. Then I have about 1/3 cup of Hungry Girls scoopable apple pie for 0 smart points. I have a 1/2 cup of the silk almond milk for 0 smart points, a 1/4 cup of water, and then I have 2 sweetener packets for 0 smart points. So the apple pie oatmeal is 2 smart points altogether. Gonna have that for breakfast one day this week. And then for breakfast or snack, I will also have the last 2 servings of the Hungry Girls scoopable apple pie, which is 0 smart points. So those are breakfasts for the week: 1 point egg wrap, 3 point rice pudding, and 2 point oatmeal. Scoopable apple pie is 0. Okay, on to lunches. For one lunch this week, I am going to have one of my all-time favorites, which is a peanut butter banana wrap. These are 2 smart points. So again, I start with the Olay Extreme Wellness Wrap on the bottom. I'm actually going to assemble this one at work because since you mix the PB Fit with water, I don't want the liquidish kind of peanut butter. It doesn't come out liquidy, but I just don't want this peanut butter at all to make the wrap soggy. So I just assemble this at work. I also don't want to open the banana until I get there because I don't want it to brown. So it's 2 smart points. It's the 1 point Olay Extreme Wellness Wrap. And then in here I have 2 tablespoons of the PB Fit peanut butter powder. 2 tablespoons is 1 smart point. And then again, the banana, I will mix this with water, spread it on the tortilla, and then add the banana when I get to work. 2 smart points. One day this week I'm going to have my turkey wrap, which is also 1 smart point. This is kind of a staple of mine. I used to have this literally every single day for lunch, but I've kind of branched out a little bit and I have a few other favorites now. So this one smart point turkey wrap is the Olay Extreme Wellness Tortilla on the bottom. Then I have 1 slice of the Kraft fat-free singles for 0 smart points. I have, again, 5 slices of the Deli Fresh smoked turkey breast for 0 smart points. Then I have some more of the sun-dried tomato halves on there. I have 1 teaspoon of sweet relish for 0 smart points and some jalapeno mustard for 0 smart points. I actually like this wrap a lot better when I add some sliced pear or some sliced apple to the top. I'm going to actually do that the day that I take this wrap to work because the apple and the pear tends to make the wrap a little bit too moist. So 1 smart point total for the turkey wrap. The last 2 days of the week for lunch, I'm going to have my pizza wraps. So the pizza wraps are 2 smart points. Again, we've got the Olay Extreme Wellness wheat wraps on the bottom for 1 smart point. Then on top of that, I have 1 tablespoon of fat-free cream cheese for 0 smart points. Then I have 13 of the Hormel turkey pepperoni for 1 smart point. On top of that, I have some sliced bell pepper and some sliced onion for 0 smart points. And then I've got 1/4 cup of fat-free cheddar on each of the wraps for 0 smart points. I use the fat-free cheddar only because I can't find the fat-free mozzarella. If you can find the fat-free mozzarella, I highly recommend it. It will probably taste even more fabulous. So that is my pizza wrap for 1 smart point. When I get to work, I will heat this one up for about 30 seconds. And again, I'm going to use the Mexican style tomato sauce to dip the pizza wrap in. If you want to use the points for, say, a jarred marinara sauce or spaghetti sauce or pizza sauce, that would probably be pretty delicious to dip the wrap in as well. Again, this is what I had on hand was the Mexican tomato sauce, so that's what I'm going to dip my pizza wrap in, and I've already tried it. It tastes pretty good with the wrap. So that is what I'm having for 2 days this week for lunch. So with all of my wraps at lunch, I like to have soup. So I have a wrap and a soup, and that's actually very filling. So my soup's back here. For 2 of the days, I'm going to take this fire roasted diced tomatoes. I love the flavor of these things right out of the can. So I eat these as a soup with my wraps. I heat them up at work and eat them alongside the wrap. So I will be having 2 of these for soups 2 days of the week. And then I just made some pumpkin soup. The pumpkin soup is 0 smart points, so I will be having that on 2 days of the week with my wrap, so 0 smart points there. On all of my soups, I add 5 Olay tortilla chips, which I just make from the Olay wraps. I cut them into thirds, and a third of them is about 5 chips, and that is 0 smart points. So I crunch these up and add them to the tops of my soup when I eat them for just a little more flavor and texture. So 0 smart points there as well. So that is my breakfast and lunch. And the last thing I'm going to show you is snacks this week. I did not pick up any yogurt this week because we are going out of town. So I decided to just use what we have on hand for snacks. So I actually combined this cherry sugar-free Jell-O and the lime sugar-free Jell-O because it reminded me of a cherry limeade, which sounds really delicious. So both of these Jell-Os are 0 smart points, of course, so I used half a pack of each in the Jell-O, and I put them in these large jars because I put sliced strawberries in as well. Doesn't that look yummy? So sliced strawberries with the cherry limeade Jell-O. I'm taking that for all 4 days for snack, and that is 0 smart points. So that's my meal prep for this week, guys. It should make mornings super duper easy because I literally just have to pick what I'm going to eat the morning that I'm going to eat it, drop it in my bag, and go. I actually write down in my planner here what I'm going to have on each day of the week and the points at the bottom. So you can see Monday, tomorrow I'm going to have an egg wrap, coffee, scoopable apple pie. I'm going to have, what is that? I can't read it. Oh, the peanut butter banana wrap and the pumpkin soup and, sorry, my phone. The peanut butter banana wrap, the pumpkin soup, and Jell-O and fruit for snack. Oh, I'm probably also going to have a muscle milk because these are super low points days. So the muscle milk is only 1 smart point, so I'm actually using that to just kind of pump up my meals a little bit. So that's it for the week, guys. Thanks for watching. I feel like I had a super productive afternoon. I am not super hungry, but I know if I don't eat now that I'm going to be starving before I go to bed, and that's not going to work out well. So here's what I'm having for dinner. It's almost 8:30. This is all 0 smart points, so I'm having some spaghetti squash. I have spaghetti squash on the bottom. I topped that with some of my favorite fire roasted diced tomatoes, and then on top of that I have a 1/4 cup of the fat-free shredded cheddar. So that is my dinner tonight for 0 smart points. It's not a lot, but I think it will fill me up just fine. I'm also having 2 glasses of my sangria, my cranberry lemon sangria. 1 8-ounce glass is 5 smart points, so I have 10 points in wine, and all of this puts me at, I believe, 34 smart points for the day total, which leaves me 3 fit points after the weekend. So not bad. I did go through a lot of fit points yesterday, like almost all of them, but I have 3 left, and I'm still not in the negative, and it is Sunday night. That is awesome. It's a miracle. This is it for me for tonight.